What's with all the cats?
To let you know some of the tips, tricks and hacks that we've learned since we've started here in Tokyo.
Morning! We've been staying in Arakawa for a little while. It's sort of northeast of Tokyo and it feels like a village.
Yeah, we spent a good time here and it's been very relaxing and quiet and we're just getting our bearings and getting over the jet lag.
There's a place called Yanaka and it's the most traditional and oldest part of Tokyo. There's an old shopping street, like a shopping market called Yanaka Ginza. So we can go have a look, see what's there. Lots of food stores and there's a place to take pictures with sloping steps, so we'll have to go check that out. And then there's the Yanaka Cemetery Park.
Yeah, the Yanaka Cemetery Park has over 7,000 graves and it's apparently a lovely beauty spot just to chill out, and that's really near Nippori Station, which will lead us on to getting onto the train to go to the Edo Museum. Welcome to Yanaka Ginza Market. It seems to have lots of different types of shops that are kind of quite niche. I mean, I've walked 10 metres of it, so I don't really know.
This is the famous menchi katsu, which is minced croquette. Apparently locals line up for this.
I'm about to have a snack. One of these. I'm not sure what's in it, but I'm going to give it a go. Normally Japanese people don't eat on the street, it's considered to be slightly rude, but because this is an old style place, a traditional place, apparently that rule is foregone, so you're allowed to eat on the street here like the old times. It's kind of like a Cornish pasty. It's got the same spices in it, but the majority of it is meat.
I think we found the steps. Here they are. And this is the place where most people take photos, but it's normally at sunset, so it looks a bit more romantic.
I can't remember the name of them right now. We'll put it on screen right here. However, these are very traditional in Japan. They are a cloth that goes over a table and then you put your legs under it, and there's a heating element underneath there, so it keeps your legs warm. But it's Japanese tradition that the body should be kept cold because that's where the spirit is and it should be kept calm. And the place we're potentially going later in the month, we apparently will need to use them quite a lot because it's very cold, so we might even sleep underneath them.
What's with all the cats? Short but sweet. It's really nice.
It's a mixture of crafts and food and kind of quite high-end things like a knife shop and clothes shops. But they seem all very kind of high quality.
But there's a theme of cats. I don't really understand.
There's cats everywhere.
Yeah, literally every shop. Oh, such a beautiful dog. What does this remind you of?
Oh, I'm going to get you in one of these.
Oh.
As it's quite a relaxed day today, we thought we'd take this opportunity to let you know some of the tips, tricks and hacks that we've learned since we've started here in Tokyo.
Another trick we've found is to use price comparison sites on or near the date that you're actually staying. There might be less availability if you're booking that late, but we've actually found some pretty good deals. So the first hotel we stayed at was £12.50 a night each for 2 nights, and had an onsen public bath in the hotel, which was pretty cool, and it was a really nice hotel room. The place we're staying at the moment is a guest house in Arakawa, and it's about £28 a night for the 2 of us. So yeah, you can get some pretty good deals if you go on price comparison sites.
Another one that might be a bit obvious is Wi-Fi. Now, you quite often are offered places to go and people to see about getting a Wi-Fi dongle or a SIM card, but we've generally found that we don't really need it. If you're looking for maps, then you kind of just do screenshots, which again I guess is kind of obvious, and then maps will automatically follow you without a Wi-Fi connection. And the other thing is there's Wi-Fi everywhere for free. We've arrived at Yanaka Cemetery, which is about a 5-minute walk from the Shitamachi atmosphere of the marketplace we've just been to. Shitamachi is an old nostalgic atmosphere associated with Tokyo of the past.
Yanaka Cemetery is one of the largest and most popular graveyards in the city. We're currently on Sakuradori Street, which is lined with cherry trees. It's actually quite popular for cherry blossom viewing in the spring when they actually blossom. Thing we wanted to talk about is prepaid train passes. Now there's Suica, Pasmo and the IC card. A lot of people online would recommend, and if you have friends out here they'd probably also recommend getting one of those prepaid cards. The thing is, they do have a deposit that you have to pay, which you're probably not going to go back for anyway at the end of your trip to Japan, and they also have a price to pay for actually getting the card in the first place. So it actually turns out that you spend more. There's no daily cap like the London Tube for these cards, and they don't actually give you a discount on ticket prices. All ticket prices are exactly the same as if you bought one every single time. It hasn't really been convenient enough for us to get one of these prepaid cards, so we've actually just been fine buying a ticket every single time. It depends on the way you travel and you want to travel. If you're spending a lot of time on trains, maybe you want to get one of those cards just for the convenience of not having to go to a ticket machine and find one in every single station. But otherwise, you don't really need one. We're buying a through ticket to Ryogoku Station from Nippori, because we're going to the Edo Tokyo Museum next. I'm really excited about this. It seems to be one of those periods in history in Japan where everyone thinks it's like the good old days. Ryogoku. Wob.
It's an unfortunate name. It's very much lost in translation. And the final thing we can recommend is an app called Klook. Now, quite a lot of the good tourist attractions are quite expensive, but this app can give you a little discount here and there that can all add up. So I'd recommend you get that app now.
Oh god, you put me off.
You're such a D-bag. You know you're such a D-bag.
Really excited to go in here. Edo time!
Now we find out what it's all about and where it's all come from.
Oh my god, why are we so this? Let's go.
Let's go.
Right, massive shame about this place. Basically, it closes in 30 minutes. I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see, because we're going to have to run around it. The Edo Tokyo Museum explores different aspects of the Edo period, which ran from 1603 to 1868, as well as Tokyo today, and visitors can learn about earlier aspects of Tokyo's way of life, cultural heritage, and how towns were constructed back in the day.
And then people carry you.
Run down it. 26 kilos.
26 kilos. This is a shrine for a particular god. Well, this particular one is a float for a festival, so when they just drag them down the street. And this is a full-scale replica of it.
Tokyo today. It's the only bit that we didn't get to see. We ran around it in 30 minutes. But I think we've seen Tokyo today, so we're okay. Sadness.
That was the most efficient way and direct way of being kicked out of a building ever. But
Definitely recommend going there though. It was so cool. I think we got enough shots to show you that it was absolutely awesome.
probably couldn't do it justice, so definitely one. And for the price, which was 600 yen each, which is like, what, £4.50, something like that?
Oh, it's so good.
That's really cheap,
Yeah.
it's really worth it. So now we're going to try and get through back home in rush hour.
Grand class.
Oh, you got pulled out there, didn't you? You had no choice but to leave.
It's mental. Oh my gosh, he's literally like backing into that woman. Here we go again. Suminasen. Okay. We get up. We're alive!
Yanaka Ginza 線、丸ノ内線はお乗り換えです。